Hey guys, thank you for tuning in for another episode of Casually Christian presented by Livestream My Event. For those who are joining us for the first time, here on Casually Christian, we talk about people's lives, their interests, and their passions. So if you like our content, please like and subscribe. And please also smash that notification bell to catch the latest episodes of Casually Christian. So with that said, this episode we're going to talk about hobbies and the mental benefits of having one. Joining us to talk about this are two returning guests, my good buddies, Steve Palacios and Art Villegas. They're my homies since for a very, very long time. Guys, thank you for joining in.
Hi.
Yeah, no problem. If you can't remember how long we've been homies, that's how long we've been homies.
Yeah, since well, I met you in high school, Steve. Well, we went to middle school together, right? In Corvallis.
I didn't know you.
Yeah, we didn't hang out.
Yeah.
And Art, I knew him since soon as I was born.
Oh shit!
I was born and
Might as
Art
well
was
have
there.
been.
Yeah, Art was there, which is awesome. But yeah, today we're going to talk about hobbies, and I wanted to bring you guys on because we, our conversation is like it starts off right away, and I love hanging around with you guys. So yeah. So before we get started, did you guys hear the controversy with what's going on with HeMan and Kevin Smith? Do you guys know that there's a new HeMan show on Netflix?
No, I haven't really caught
Hey,
up
Christina.
with that.
Nah. Well, the thing is, do you guys want me to give you spoilers or no?
I'm fine with spoilers. I'm probably not going to watch it anytime soon.
Okay. Well, this is like spoiler alert for anybody who wants to watch the show. Just come back a little bit. But anyways, I heard that the show HeMan is not really about HeMan. It's about like Tila, and a lot of people are up in arms about it because like something he basically gets killed off, and then everybody's pissed off at Kevin Smith. Like he's having like a Twitter war with some like bloggers and I heard like their podcast and they're just talking shit about Kevin Smith for like a whole hour. Oh my Jesus Christ, this is volatile. It's almost like what's that, the toxic nerd culture that's out there.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
No,
it's vicious. Yeah, it was really interesting. It got me through my Friday yesterday.
Oh shit.
I was like 2 hours of content right there at work. It's like, oh shit.
Oh wow.
But yeah,
No, I haven't heard about that.
I mean, I'm gonna check it out, even though I know, what's going on in those 5 episodes. But I'll check it out just to see. But I heard the animation is really good. Like it's the same animators who did Castlevania. Have you watched Castlevania?
Okay.
On Netflix? That's a really good show. It's very graphic. And
Has there been anything He-Man since? Like
yeah, there was a He-Man in 2002, which everybody loves apparently, and they said that was the last good He-Man, and then there was like a dry spell for a very long time for like 20 years, and then Kevin Smith. I guess the way it goes is that Mattel and Netflix and Kevin Smith were like in a room talking about how he's going to revamp the show and his ideas, because Mattel, their objective is to sell toys.
Yeah, well, that's been
Yeah.
the whole goal since the get-go.
Yeah, so they just wanted to sell the toys, and Kevin Smith, I guess he was at the helm of the writers' room, and he was dictating how the show was going to go. But who knows? But yeah, it was very interesting to hear for yesterday at work. But anyways, since I brought that up, the reason I brought that up also is because I know a lot about pop culture. It's something I always been into, and I think that's sort of like a hobby, right? I mean, right? I mean, I'm interested in it. Yeah.
Staying up to breast with all that fun.
It's something I'm interested
talk.
in. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why I'm interested in it, but I guess it's because it's kind of like gossip, And I love gossip.
Who doesn't love to gossip?
Yeah,
I love to start rumors.
Yeah, you're the sassy bitch at work.
No, but I'm the one who will start something.
Oh, okay.
I just stir the pot enough so that everyone else starts going.
I see. You just throw it's like a snowball effect, right? You just kind of
yeah.
Keeps on going.
Yeah, you never know what you're gonna find out. And especially with me, I'll tell you some crazy kind of lie. Someone's out on a medical leave. Oh, they lost a leg. They're getting fitted for an prosthetic.
Oh my, really?
Susan? No. It's like, really, no. Why would you ever believe anything that came out of my mouth?
That's what she said. Okay. Do you guys know the difference between a hobby and passion? Like, you guys, if you guys don't know, it's because I got it on Google.
Okay, Christian, you're skirting a very fine line there.
Well, what do you mean? Please elaborate.
Well, because a hobby can be a passion, and a passion can be a hobby.
Like passion projects, you're doing it.
Yeah. So they're kind of almost they're equivalent.
It's a thin line.
And interchangeable, but they're a little bit different. But yeah.
Yeah. I see. That's a good response. Like
I have a passionate hobby that I enjoy.
I know you have like those cactuses, like that's all around in your backyard.
Yeah. That's another hobby. Yeah. That gardening is a hobby, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the main
unless you're
difference
doing it to feed yourself, of course. Then
well,
that's a
but
story.
we're not, we're not farmers. We're city boys.
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The main difference between a hobby and a passion is that a hobby is something that you do for fun during leisure time, while passion is something you would love to do consistently for work. Some people often confuse hobbies with passions. So that's the definition of that. It's pretty clear cut, I guess.
Passion is something you do for work, but what do you mean? Like it's something for fun. Well, I get because when people say they're doing this like as a passion project, it usually means they're not really need to benefit much off of it, but it's something that they really want to do. Whereas a hobby is kind of like you're doing it for fun, and so that's where to me it gets blurry.
Yeah, it's kind of get blurry, huh? Like whatever. If you can make money from like, I guess what you love doing, that's great. Because a lot of people
that's the whole basis of Twitch.
Yeah. Oh,
people love playing video games, so they stream it and they make money off of them just playing video games.
Which is very odd to me. I don't understand because Alex, he watches Twitch, he watches people's commentary as they play video games. Like, wouldn't you rather just play the video game?
No, people love being spectators, Christian. You forget what society you live in.
Yeah, yeah, it's very true. I mean, it's not for me. Like, I would rather play the game instead of just watching somebody play it. Like, it's not interesting to me. But then again, it's not
the
my
same thing goes with football, basketball.
Yeah, basketball. But it's just my personality. You know
baseball.
what I mean? It doesn't. I'm not saying like anybody who loves that stuff is like dumb. But like it's to each their own.
Is that what he does is watch them, or does he also play every now and then?
No, he does play. He actually has a PS5 now. Like Sony gave him like an email that he was in the running of getting like a PS5. Click this link and
awesome.
You'll get it. And then he did it because they're very hard to come by apparently. So it's right here. he comes to the loft and he plays his video games and it's like he doesn't even exist. He's just here for like hours.
Yeah, that's easy. Yeah. That is so easy.
Are you still playing the Final Fantasy?
Not the newest one, no, because that's on the Sony system, so I don't have that.
So you game on your laptop, right?
I game on my laptop and on my Switch.
And do you talk to people? Like, are you twitching?
No.
Do you Twitch? No.
No. If I did, I might make money, but then I'd have to get a whole setup in a room. Yeah. I don't have that available. No, unless I started renting out somewhere.
What about you, Steve? Do you play video games?
No, I actually stopped playing video games when I was in middle school just because I started doing music and that was my own thing. And I know how addicted I would get if I started playing video games, which is why I try to stay away from them as much as possible. And I have not played video games since Sega Genesis came out because when I bought that system, I saved up. I used to go every weekend to Blockbuster when they're still open and rent a Sega game every weekend. I used to play it until I passed it, and then I go for another one, and I passed it that weekend. And so I'd spend all day and all night, just playing Sega games, passing them every single one. And to me, Twitch is like today's like I used to always read those magazines that cheat codes and how to pass. To me, Twitch is just like a modern day, of those magazines because. Well, I mean, who still reads those magazines that have?
I think they're obsolete now, right?
Now it's all Twitch, it's all live feed streaming, replay. So
yeah, I didn't even consider that. I was watching a documentary about like the old school video games, like Nintendo, and how they had like 24-hour customer service if you got stuck in a part, and they had gamers talking about it's like, did you go to level 4 and blah blah? The keys over there, and oh my, I was like, wow, and like this, like it's just old school, like. it was pretty dope. You know, did you watch that? I think what was it called? It's on Netflix. Damn, dude, I'm fucking promoting the hell out of it of Netflix today.
What was it? Halt and Catch Fire. It was one of my favorite shows a few years back, and they demonstrated that on when internet games first came out or something, that there was like a call service you can call if you got stuck, and they would just give you a new clue to try to help you figure out how to go to the next level or something like that.
The last game that I played was Resident Evil 4 on the Nintendo Wii, and I got really immersed in that video game. It was really fun. Yeah, because I don't play video games, but once I got really into it. I remember it was when I was living in the old house in Norwalk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was during spring because I remember my allergies were acting up. I was still playing the shit out of the game, and I passed the whole thing, and it was really fun. And another game that I also played too was Batman Arkham Asylum. That was really fun because of the storyline. I wanted to see how it ended. So it was fun. It was really frustrating to play, but it burned a lot of time, which I should have used for writing.
Yeah,
damn it.
That's why I stopped, because I started getting into music. I started taking music lessons, and I'm like, I'm using all my time playing these video games. If I spend just as much time practicing music, I could be, somewhat decent at it. So
yeah, I got you, man.
Yeah.
But okay, let's get to it. Art, do you want to show us your hobby? This will be kind of like a show and tell right now.
Oh yeah. I definitely brought something to show and tell.
And also, if anybody who's watching the live feed, if you want to share with us your hobbies, I'll comment and I'll read it during the show. So there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So my secret obsession with hobbies, my main one would be my Magic cards.
That's right.
I play Magic the Gathering, so I have decks upon decks that I've built myself, and
for years.
For years, since the beginning of high school, freshman, sophomore year.
20 years.
That's more than I'd like to count, but yeah.
But I know, because of you, I know that some of your cards they're banned on the tournament ships or something, right?
I don't actually play by tournament rules. That's so restricting because they're only based on the newest cards, and unless you keep up to date with all the newest cards, you're not going to be able to play against other people in a normal setting.
How come they ban them though? I mean, I don't get it. Oh, money. I see. Buy the new card. This one's obsolete. Level up, basically, right?
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. The newest cards with all the newest rule implemented and whatnot, and all the new features that they have for that game and set. So
you don't keep up with it, or you just have like.
I do from time to time when I want some new cards. I'll go out and buy a deck or buy some booster packs and get random cards and fit them in with the older cards that I happen to already have, because I don't use all the cards that I buy, so I've stocked up quite a bit. Not as much as some other people, but I've got a good amount.
Yeah. And when was the last time that you bought a deck? Do you remember?
Yes, that was about a year and a half ago.
Oh, it's been a while.
And that was my Goblin deck. Yeah, I bought a Goblin deck.
And what's a Goblin deck?
So it's pretty much a tribal-based deck. So all your creatures are the same type, and because of that, every creature that you bring out will buff that type of creature. So the more creatures that you have out, the better, because they each buff each other in a specific way, either giving them more strength, defense, invulnerabilities, double strike, first strike,
and
which are all different abilities in the game. Yeah, it's all in the cards.
Oh, crazy. That's a lot.
Yeah,
that's a lot to remember.
Well, here's the best part. One of the first rule of the game is that, besides all the basics that you learn, is that if a card breaks the rules of the game, the card wins.
I see.
So even if the card breaks the rules of the game, it still trumps the game rules.
It's hurting my head.
I know, it's funny because there are certain cards out there that say, oh, well, if you have so many cards in your deck to be drawn still, you automatically win the game.
So it's like that.
No ifs, ands, or buts. You're done.
You're done. That's it. You lost the car.
Yeah,
My car!
that's the card. Yeah. Other cards are like, oh, if you have 3 different creatures out, you automatically win the game. It's stupid, broken bullshit like that.
Steve, did you get into have you played Magic?
I have not. I mean, it's one of those things I kind of wish I did get into, and I never did. I don't know why or what happened. I mean, I never really got too much into that. I don't know. Maybe one day we gotta play. You gotta show me next time we hang out.
The easiest way I've learned to describe the game is this: think of a game of chess, but you have to create all your pieces.
So hold on. Sorry, my computer. So it's like chess, but you're creating the pieces of chess as you go along. So
yeah.
Do you start with like a pawn, or like what is it?
You get nothing, my good sir.
Just a space.
You start with 7 cards in your hand. Hopefully you get some lands so that you can actually summon something and use to your advantage.
You say so, sir. Okay.
And the whole objective is to kill your opponent. And each of you have 20 health points. So have at thee.
I think I'll losing to you for the first, I don't know, dozen
times, huh?
Or maybe more.
You know, it's actually much easier seeing it played with 2 experienced players, because then they can explain everything as it goes along, because everything is a phase. Everything happens in steps. Your entire turn has a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps in total, unless you have a game-breaking rule card that gives you more. But you
collect these cards, you buy them, and then everybody has their own pieces that they play with that they've collected.
I think.
There's a complete strategy to the game. So like, I have this deck right here, which I like to call Death to Books, and it's completely based on the objective of making sure that your opponent has nothing to draw in his other hand.
And if I had some other deck, is there other decks that someone?
Oh yeah, there's like the tribal decks that I was explaining to my Goblin deck.
So if that tribal deck was competing against your current deck, who would win? Would you think?
This is considered a decking deck, so this has a higher probability of killing the opponent.
Deck square. That's what
That's because what you draw from is your deck. Yeah. So this causes you to discard cards into your graveyard, so you can't use them.
What's your most coveted card that you have?
My most coveted card.
Yeah. You have to have one.
I think I do.
Christina said that her hobby is going to music stores, collecting vinyl and CDs. Thank you, Christina, for sharing.
Oh, yeah, I used to do that all the time. I used to go with my brother. We used to go to some, where they sell old music CD, like used and old. And
like a Tower Records.
I remember when those used to exist.
Oh man, I miss Tower Records. You know what sucks that the Neba Music they relocated. It's not on Sunset Boulevard anymore. It's somewhere else.
Been there forever, so I
haven't been there forever, but it was like the end of an era. But they reopened, but in a different location. But
it was one of the last ones still open that sold all that.
I mean, it's still there, but it's just like it was just like it was there, you know. It was like in Sunset,
like
you know.
Set tape.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
So just to give you a perspective, I have this entire bag.
Oh shit!
Full of decks that I built. Yeah.
Wow. See, the only thing I collected was Pogs. So if there's anything like Pogs, I mean,
I have some of those still.
You have Alf. He's back on Pog form.
Hammer. I mean, it was Slammers. It was Slammers and Pogs.
Yeah.
Pogs.
Before the internet, we also used to play marbles. You play marbles?
Oh yeah, I remember those.
Yeah, the Smasher.
Here we are. So this would be my most coveted card.
I
can see that. Is that like a dragon?
Yes.
Can you explain to us what that card is?
It's a legendary dragon. It's flying. It has 6 attack and 6 defense. But whenever he actually deals combat damage to the other player, I can pay 3 mana. Mm-hmm. If I do, I can choose a color and return all creatures of that color to the owner's hand.
So like okay.
So anything he has out on the field, if he like I'm playing against someone because there's 5 colors in the game.
Mm-hmm.
There's black, there's white, there's blue, there's green, and then there's red. So I could choose a color of those among those, and I can tell him to unsummon them back into his hand, causing him to pick back up those cards and put them back in his hand.
Oh shit. Delaying.
And he now has to resummon those creatures to use them again.
So it's like starting all over again. It's like back.
Pretty much. Yeah. It's a real insult to injury, as they say.
Yeah. You're basically fucking them up.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wait, what's the name of the game again? What's the name of the game again?
Magic.
Magic the Gathering.
Just making sure I was thinking of the right thing. Yeah, I'm sorry.
You know,
that's all.
John and Alex, they collect the Pokemon cards, and they have like a whole binder that they have a second binder, and they have like a whole page like this is the color blue or whatever. They have the same. I don't know. They tried to explain it with me, and it just got lost to me. But like they go to different places collecting Pokemon cards.
Yeah. No. There's a lot of different card games. There's the Yu-Gi-Oh, the Pokemon. There's all sorts of other monster card games that are out there. They're many in number.
Yeah, I missed the whole Pokemon. I mean, I missed it. Like my friends, I had a few friends that were doing it. I wasn't doing it. Also, I noticed, they all got Pokemon cards. I don't know how I didn't get into it.
It just kind of sprang out of nowhere.
That's how they usually work.
Yeah, I know it's a TV show, but I didn't know they turned it into like a card game when it did. Card
game, board game,
a movie,
anything you can possibly make money off of.
Yeah, man. But yeah, they're still collecting them every time they run into like somewhere that they sell them, because Target used to sell them, but people were going nuts for them.
Yes.
So they literally people were fighting for the decks. And
well, because people would buy those decks and then they'd resell them for the individual cards and make their money back plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they can get all the stores to be sold out of those decks, then they could just resell them for as much as they want.
And that's called capitalism.
That's also called fixing the market.
Fixing the market, which is also celebrated.
Making the demand high because you're buying the supply.
Yeah, Ticketmaster got in trouble for that. I think they were buying tickets, and the Ticketmaster, they were buying their own tickets, so they sold out, and then they would sell them in the black market for even more money.
Publishing companies do the same thing with like authors. They publish them and then they buy them, so it could seem like they sold a lot of units. So so people could buy it. Like, they're selling like hotcakes.
Yeah, they buy a bunch and then give them away to people that are passing out on the street.
Yeah, which is pretty interesting. But okay, Steve, what is one of your hobbies that you want to share with us?
Yeah, I will.
I know like you're into music, but like I know you play the guitar, the piano, what was it called? Like the xylo?
Yeah, that was high school. The bells, the xylophone, the piano.
I mean, it seems like music has always been part of your life. So is it like a hobby, or is it just like the person? Is it who you are? A musician.
I know. These deep questions.
Yeah, these deep questions.
I was like,
oh my.
You're like, I don't know.
My hobby seems safe now.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I mean, music's always been a part of my life, and it's been a way, to do something that I enjoy, pass the time. And I mean, you spend your first years of your life trying to, do something with it, like, music as a career, and I mean, if I kept pursuing it, I would have been just like a musician for hire, and part of the, union and stuff like that. And, then I realized, once I dove into it, I realized like, it's something that I really just enjoy to do, when I'm not doing whatever the main thing is, the little thing that I'm doing. It's a really good way to pass the time, to relax, to really get myself.
It's a stress reliever, no?
Yeah, because when you're doing it, because there was a time in my life where I was able to just do music, and I basically did everything I was planning to do. I when I wanted to be a part of a jazz combo, I was able to and I was a part of Jazz Combo. We were performing gigs, we were doing that. When I wanted to start like a rock band, I was a part of a rock band, a metal band, acoustic guitar. You know, I was able to do that, but then I realized when I'm just doing that all the time every day, at least for me, it's not true for everyone, but it was for me when I was just doing that every day. I got burned out, and I just realized I really
It
like
starts becoming fun, huh?
Yeah, for me, it's not becoming fun, but for some people, that they could do it and they love it and that's what they want to do, and it's amazing. They become really good. I have some friends who still pursued it. That's what they want to do. That's all they do, and they're really good at it now. People I met 10, 15 years ago, and now I know now, and they're really good at it. And they're doing pretty good professionally, performing and stuff like that, and. That's what I thought I wanted to do, but then I realized
like your brother, your brother Scott really enjoys what he does. Like, because I worked with him like a while ago, and just watching him work, like he loves it. It's like it's second nature to him. Like he enjoys what he does. He doesn't look like he gets burnt out.
Talking about the engineering or the performing?
Everything, you know what I mean? He loves, it's just he loves it,
Yeah, I know. He's really into the engineering aspect right now, and he really loves doing that. And he's pretty good at it. He's really good at it. And that's something with another friend of mine who went in. He was a performer. Well, my friend Art. I don't know if you. Oh, not this is I have another friend named Art. Yeah. And
speaking of a friend Art, I understand. There's more of us out there. We're just not all the same caliber.
and another friend named Art who I performed with as a band, and he still performs, and he's really good at engineering. So it's like a lot of people still doing it, and that's great. And then for me, it was just, I don't know, maybe I just get bored too easily when I try to pursue something, I go full throttle. Everything I pursue, I try to go full throttle with it. Right now, it's mostly, like programming and data stuff, just like data stuff. Like that's where I'm just trying to go full throttle with right now. And that's what I'm focusing on. Music. But as far as like remembering the hobbies that I had that I do enjoy, when COVID happened, when the pandemic happened, when the quarantine happened, when the quarantine happened, that was a good reminder of the things I actually enjoy doing to pass the time that I hadn't done in a while and I forgot about. Because when the quarantine happened, when I was trapped in my home, I was working trapped, I couldn't go anywhere, everything was closed. That's when I started picking up music again. That's when I started just cooking, just because, and then making stuff because I worked in the food industry for, half my life, and so I just, making recipes, and so I had all these, recipes in the back of my head so that I could just experiment at home and doing things that, food is really good when you make it really good, and music is really fun.
What dish did you make that you liked from your culinary?
Well, like pickled onions and things, and then we add certain ingredients to everyday food that most people wouldn't think of, because they just, when you work in the industry, you see the ingredients on the stuff that's in the food that the restaurants make, like eggs. And I really put sugar in their eggs. I sprinkle sugar in my eggs,
Really?
And because when the restaurants, when they buy already liquefied eggs, it's sugared, and then
why do they put the sugar?
It just tastes better. I don't know. You just sprinkle a little bit in there.
Yesterday I made turkey meatballs, and I was eating it, and then I was thinking that maybe adding some brown sugar in it, and I told John and Alex, and it's like, no, you shouldn't put brown sugar in it. Can you put brown sugar in the meatball, or is that like?
I don't know.
I'm asking you, like, since you worked in the industry.
I never.
Or you can just try it out, right?
You just try it. If it tastes good, it's good. I've never really, I mean, it's just like.
I mean, like, not a lot of it, but just like a pinch of.
If you get deep fried cheesecake, you can put brown sugar on it.
There you go.
This is a true statement.
Yeah, that's a true statement, man. Have you guys had a fried cheesecake?
Deep fried cheesecake?
Yeah.
I've had a chocolate dip cheesecake, but not a fried.
That's what she said. No.
Wait, what?
Go ahead. I was watching this show called Fried Treats, I think, and this guy went to the guy who creates the fried novelty foods for the fairs, and his thing that he was doing, he was deep frying toffee. So he would just put it in the batter, and then he would deep fry it. And the guy ate it. He said it was good, but it kind of looked nasty because like it melted,
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't look appetizing to me. He also deep fried Kool-Aid too, and it came out like up like a red ball. And he put like brown sugar on it. It was basically just sugar. It was a sugar ball.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, but they swear it tastes pretty good.
Well, yeah, it's sugar.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna go to the fair and this year. I want to get that big hot dog. The big corn dog that's this big.
Really? Which the OC Fair has that? OC
Yeah,
Fair?
the OC and the LA Fair. They sell the corn dogs that like this big. You know.
Miss, I just came back from there last weekend. I would have.
Oh, you didn't see it? Oh.
Was it a foot long or 2 foot long, yard long?
I would say it's like literally like it's like this big.
Wow.
Know? Yeah.
A foot and a half. 2 feet.
Yeah, a foot, I guess. Yeah, it's about a foot. But it's I'm surprised you didn't see it. It's kind of like their thing.
I don't know.
Because you weren't looking for it.
It's the thing they were pushing this year.
Yeah, because I look for it. I need to get that giant corn dog.
Yeah. I just saw a bunch of ice cream and shaved ice and stuff like that. It was so hot when I went, and so like I'm just looking for something to cool down. And I had a lot of ice cream that day.
Oh yeah, fried food won't do that.
Yeah, I mean going to theme parks is like a hobby, you know. I mean it's fun, but it's not something I mean, if you have a season pass, you could go like every other day. And you know, a lot of people love going to Disneyland.
Well, you used to.
Yeah, used to before COVID. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
pre-COVID.
I haven't gone to Knott's Berry Farm in a very long time. I want to go there again. It seems like I just haven't been in a minute.
Give it another year, maybe another year and a half.
Yeah.
Let it all settle down. Because right now, no.
Well, I mean,
there's a lot of crazy ones out there right now.
Yeah, people just don't care. There's a couple of people at work that got COVID, and they sent out like a letter in our email. It's like, some person, because of our social distancing, you don't have to worry about anything. It's like, all right, whatever. But you get to work from home, right, Art, or no? Because you work in customer service.
I work with HIPAA. I work with HIPAA. I can't work from home.
Not even
No. HIPAA doesn't allow that shit.
Okay.
Unless you're a doctor.
But yeah, I'm an essential worker. I have to go to work. Yeah. Everybody else works remotely. Like Lucky Steve, you have a pretty good setup over there, dude. If you were a gamer, that would be a good setup.
Yeah, unfortunately, no. But now it's good because I can get the chat sessions right here, and then
Hey, do you find, since you work from home, that you just you can't separate yourself from work and going home, because like you just turn off the screen and it's like I'm already home, you know?
Yeah, when the quarantine first happened, I was going crazy because everything happened when the quarantine happened to me. Well, not everything. A lot of things in my life happened. I just moved out that weekend before the lockdown, because the lockdown happened that on a Monday or Tuesday, whatever, on a Monday. But that weekend before, I just moved to that new apartment. It was with myself, and then this happened, and I keep forgetting a few things like were sequential and happened at once. So I was just like stuck there. I was like, crap, I'm stuck in this.
Did you have furniture?
No, and that's
no, it's just like a barren.
I had
just like a room, right?
I had no furniture. It was closed. I was working from home. I was in there, but I did go out that Monday, to buy a bed. Well, because I slept from that Sunday to that Monday without a bed, and it was the most horrible thing. I was like,
I bet, dude.
I had I didn't even have blankets or anything. I just had my clothes. I was sleeping on my clothes. Anyway, and I was like, I'm gonna buy a bed. If I'm gonna have one piece of furniture, so I bought a bed, and then I bought
slowly. That's fun, man. Like to slowly get your room together.
Yeah, for adulting.
Yeah, I like it.
But the problem was,
it's like a canvas. I know, but the problem was that you couldn't go out because everything was closed.
Go out and everything was sold out. When everything was open, I couldn't find a desk anywhere. I mean, and then the backlog for like Amazon. I mean, I wasn't really ordering on Amazon, but
shit literally hit the fan.
But it was like, I was like, I need something now, and there's nothing, And so,
well, at least that you have a pretty good story out of that. It's a life experience, like once in a lifetime.
Trials and tribulations, as they say.
Yeah, I mean, I'm using like paper towels for and
say no more.
And paper plates. It was actually paper plates because there's nothing else. But so until that got sold out, but it was just crazy, man. I think everybody had a crazy time. Everybody had a crazy time during that time, and we're barely getting out of it, and it's kind of a little wave still happening. Like,
are you guys pissed off that we have to wear masks again, like going out? Because I was getting used to it. Like I wasn't wearing a mask because I'm fully vaccinated, so I'm.
Is that just LA County, or is that like?
It's just LA County because I work in the OC, and those motherfuckers don't care.
Yeah,
I go to Starbucks and no one's wearing a mask. I'm like, oh,
I'm in San Bernardino County right now, and it's kind of iffy. Like, yeah, mostly don't care, but actually, no one here really cares. Not
Yeah.
so much, yeah.
I mean, I do get worried.
I'm not happy about the whole mask thing again. That's not cool.
Yeah.
Especially when it's so easily treatable.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And everybody's like pissed off. And I don't know if you guys are you guys voting for the recall of Gavin Newsom, or are you guys voting this year for that? Because the last time we did a recall was that's when Arnold Schwarzenegger became the governor of California. 10 years ago. 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It was 10 years ago? Almost 20 years ago.
Yeah.
We recalled the governor. I'm spacing on his name, but they recalled him, and then Arnold Schwarzenegger became the governor of California, and now we're doing it again with Gavin Newsom. Do you guys we're getting into politics right now, but I just wanted to hear your thoughts about that.
Brown? Was it Brown, or who was it?
No, it wasn't Brown, because Brown was our last governor.
Was he?
I'm gonna Google this shit. All right. Gray Davis. There you go. I just remembered. Governor Gray Davis. They recalled him back in 2003 or 4.
Yeah.
I remember that because I was going to film school, and it was a big thing. And now people are pissed off because the way Gavin Newsom, like, he was like a hypocrite. He was telling people just to stay at home, but he was they caught him having dinner at this expensive French restaurant without masks, without social distancing. And he was basically, people were just pissed off because he was a hypocrite. Like, do what I say, not what I do. You know what I mean? Type of situation. So
that's story in the book.
Yeah. So right now, like, he's kind of like,
that's stereotype of politicians right there. So many trails and all that stuff, man.
So I don't know if you guys follow politics, but I guess that's another hobby, getting a frustrating hobby.
I try not to. It upsets me.
Yeah.
I have very deep emotions when it comes to politics, and that's why I try and stay away from it, because it overloads me pretty much.
For real, it's like my blood pressure, goes high when I think about it.
Yeah.
But fuck politics. Let's go back to the hobbies.
Okay, good.
Well, that kind of is a hobby,
Yeah.
So I like collecting bikinis.
Oh, bikinis. Ooh. Well, we should get together. No, but you also collect cactuses too. What is that called? Like, is that gardening?
I have a lot of succulents.
Succulents.
And some cactus, yeah.
Yeah, like we have, because of COVID, John got into gardening. Or is it gardening? I don't know what it's called, but he buys a lot of plants,
Yeah.
And he asked me if I wanted to pitch in for a plant. He's like, Christian, can you pitch in $50 for a plant that I want to get? It's like, sure, baby. It's $100 plant. I thought it was a plant. So we go to Corona, West Covina.
Okay.
And we go to like a residential area. He goes inside the house, and he comes back, and I'm like, well, where's the plant? And he just pulls it like, I just bought a leaf. It was a $50 leaf. It was a $100 leaf. I think it's called a succulent. Like, he planted, he put it like in the mason jar with water and all that. I'm like, oh shit, you paid all that money for just that leaf.
Wow. Well, that's the fun part about succulents. It doesn't really take much to spawn another plant.
Yeah, and it's he potted it and it's doing well, but I just look at it as like, wow, this costs a lot of money.
Is there a reason? I don't know. Is there a reason?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Is there a reason why does it cost that much?
Certain succulents are more rare than others. It's just like all the supply and demand with anything.
There you go. Because it was John just came home for lunch. It's called an albino what? An albino monstero, because it's like unique. It's an albino plant.
Yeah,
right?
It's a very unique plant.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's why it's expensive.
It's a rare one.
Yeah. My ignorance sucks.
It's just because you're not aware of all the fine ins and outs of a plant. There's nothing wrong with it. It's not for everyone.
I mean, no, like,
that's why people go bowling.
John gave us like a good ambiance. Like, he has a bunch of plants in the living room, and like it gives a different aesthetics to the room. It's more homey.
Oh yeah. Plus the fresh oxygen. Why wouldn't you like it?
Exactly what I was thinking, and I'm like, I wish I had a bunch of plants all over.
They gave us a plant at work, and mine died.
Aw.
Yeah, I was giving it water.
Well,
I'm like,
at least
all
it
right.
was
It
$100.
needs sunlight too, Christian.
That's what John says. Like, well, it needs something. Like, well, I sit on the desk. There's no windows.
So put it on the corner of the desk next to the door.
I should have done that because I seen some people at work who did, who put their succulents or their plants next to the windowsill, and I didn't because I guess I didn't care.
See,
Hey,
this is why you need a fake plastic plant.
Yeah,
Or
I know.
potpourri, or
potpourri. No, potpourri like fucks up with my nose. I start sneezing.
Yeah,
because I'm a nerd.
You just get like fruit, get a fruit basket, just leave it on your desk.
Yeah, slowly, then it'll slowly rot. I make the effort to bring apples to work, and I always end up getting like a cookie or a donut, and I just look at those, the fruit on my shit.
Well,
but anyways, that's me. Do you? Well, let me show you my hobby. I got this guy about like 4 weeks ago. It's my puppet, Carlos. I named him Carlos not because I'm Mexican, but because I wrote a script in 2015 about a struggling ventriloquist, and it was called Carlos and Carlos. And it's just like an homage to me. Like, I bought a puppet. I'm naming it after the script that I wrote, which it won a sponsorship, which like if somebody wanted to invest in my movie, they got like a tax write-off. But, because I'm making a movie, it's impossible to get people to fund it. Even though with that, that
there
nice
is that
perk. But anyways, I got this guy like 3 weeks ago, and I like him. What I noticed is that doing puppetry or doing this, like my thumb gets sore because I'm not used to moving that muscle, And it's something that I'm tripping out about. It's like, oh damn, it's like, and I switch it up, but it's this guy.
Nice.
What's up, guys?
So are you gonna start taking up
I already started buying outfits for him.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. If you're gonna start making outfits for him or buying outfits.
I bought this outfit at Goodwill.
Does he have a name? Does he have a name? I'm not sure you said it.
Oh yeah, Carlos.
Carlos. Yeah. So like in the middle of the night, do you hear like a
oh dude, like, and no lie, like, because I do my stretches here, and I have Carlos just like set up like on the printer. And I look at it, I'm like, if that motherfucker moves and looks at me, I'm fucking screaming out of this fucking room. As much as I love him, if he moves by himself, like, that's it. I'm out of here.
Wasn't his head looking that way?
Yeah, I know. It just like slowly moves his head like that. Like, fuck that. I'm out of here.
He just wants a friend.
Yeah, and I bought him a tank top to wear. It says, "What's up, dude?"
Nice.
Which is, I think I'm projecting. That I can't, I'm missing a child, so I'm buying him like clothes.
Okay, you're compensating. You're filling
I'm
the void.
compensating. Yeah. I bought him another tank top, and I bought him another Hawaiian shirt, which kind of fits loosely on him. Because he came like wearing a tie.
And the plants weren't enough. You had to buy a puppet.
I had to buy a puppet, and it was like a hell of a deal. Because this guy, I found this guy like just going through what's it called, Instagram. And this guy was doing a Indiegogo campaign because he does puppetry. He wants to get into that business. He wants to do that as a full-time living. So I saw that it's the first time that he's doing a full-scale puppet with the legs and all that. Because before it was just the body and up, just the body. So it was a pretty good deal. It was only $70, and
nice.
and I couldn't pass it up. And he's developing another puppet, like a female puppet, and I don't know if I'm gonna get it or not. But she comes with like it's a female, and she comes with like what's it called, a denim jacket. And I was thinking about, I was like, I could put like pins on that jacket,
Yeah, call her Sally.
Sally. But yeah, I was always into like ventriloquism when I was a kid, and something about an adult playing with a puppet and like making it seem like it's real, like really fascinated me. It still fascinates me.
That in most cases, that's like living the dream.
Yeah.
Because you get to play with toys when you're an adult.
Yeah, I'm all dressing him. I'm like
yeah, it's a doll. Yeah, you bought a doll.
No,
you bought a big doll. You bought an adult doll.
because I was doing research for that script, Carlos and Carlos. I heard that a lot of ventriloquists, they don't like people calling their dummies dolls because it, degrades their craft or whatever.
True. I mean, I can understand that, but I mean, if it walks like a duck and talks like a duck, kind of is a duck.
Yeah. No.
But it is something completely different in its sense, because most dolls don't have the parts for it to talk and do that kind of stuff. And so it is different. I can understand that point of view.
But it's something that I never got out of. So like that night when I was, looking at it, like I came across that Indiegogo campaign. I couldn't let it go. And I looked at it. I'm like, fuck it. You know what I mean? I work for these things.
At least I know what to get you for Christmas this year. It's going to be a small chair for him.
Small chair? Oh, thanks, man. And if you're going to buy him an outfit, he's a T2.
He's a T2, is he?
Yeah, because
they grow up so fast.
I follow the page, and people are like customizing their puppets. And this guy bought like a cute outfit for his puppet from Target, and he's all spruced up like he's going to church, with a vest and all that.
So
and he
please
said,
tell me you're gonna dress him up like a leather daddy.
Maybe, I don't know. We'll see.
Gear and all, baby.
If you buy it, I'll put him on. I'll put it.
Oh
on.
shit! Don't fucking tempt me, Christian. I will.
I want you to be tempted. Oh, my
You're
birthday's coming up.
Mother trucker.
But like I'm also doing like videos with him too, and I haven't. People ask me if I'm going to do that, bring him on for my stand-up, and I need to get comfortable first being on stage before I bring like a puppet with me, because like that's like a whole nother thing, it's a whole nother level. So I was thinking about actually like doing kids parties, just doing something like on Craigslist. If you want to, like, I'm just trying not to act. It's free, you know what I mean? And if
now I would not suggest that. Kids are the toughest critics.
Yeah, I know, and they'll probably grab his nose and shit. You know what I mean?
They will ravage you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
I know.
If
you were the lone woman in a brothel, and the whole town came by.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
No, hold on. What did you say? Brothel? Say that again. I'm sorry, it's because I got a text. I got a text from Steve, and he has a little technical difficulty right now.
Oh,
so
snap.
He's gonna join in a little bit. He just needs to log back in. But anyways, he's doing that. But yeah, I don't know. Like I was thinking about doing that, but at the same time, I know kids and they're pretty grabby. I don't want like greasy hands on them.
Well, you don't want to put any stress on your Carlos.
Yeah, my Carlos. But it's an idea. But
are you gonna give him a last name?
It's just like Cher. Carlos.
Carlos. It's like that.
Yeah, Carlos, like Mario. From Mario Super. You remember?
Yeah,
Super
no,
Mario Brothers?
I got it. I know. I got it.
Reference.
Yeah.
So what's your name?
Right.
Luigi? It's like, no, it's Luigi Mario.
Of course.
Yeah. But I think I'm gonna get the other puppet when the campaign goes back. Because I was thinking about like might as well, but other than that, is there any other hobby that you want to share with us besides the succulents?
I used to
does your mom go for it? No, go for it.
I used to collect coins, the special quarters and like commemorative coins and stuff like that. I have some of that stuff. I haven't really kept up with it though. Beyond the plants and the cards, I also I used to bike a lot. That used to be a nice hobby.
Does your mom have a hobby? Does your mom have a hobby?
Oh, my mom has video games as a hobby.
She plays video games?
Yeah.
What does she play again? Final Fantasy?
No, she actually is currently watching. Well, she is playing Stardew Valley, which is on the PC. It's like a farming simulator.
So, like, does she get frustrating playing that game? Like, she enjoys it. Like, it's just like calming for her.
Oh yeah, no, she gets frustrated with it from time to time. But yeah, nothing crazy.
Yeah, she's not like screaming like Tommy's like fucking shit.
Yeah, no. It's laid back to the point where like you can make your own money, you grow your own stuff, and everything's based on your progression. So there's not like any real set deadline for anything.
I see. And your sister plays that game with your mom too?
She plays that. She played Overwatch. She played some other tower defense game. She's currently playing Pokemon United on the Switch.
Damn. Who got her into that game? Was it both of you guys?
Oh, well, we come from a family of gamers. I don't know if you've noticed.
I noticed. Yeah.
Yeah, because my mom got us all into video games, so that's where it originally started.
What I noticed about my mom is that she started getting into adult coloring books, and I'm seeing a lot of people picking up that hobby, and that actually that hobby improves your motor skills. So
yeah, my mom took up coloring. She's got coloring books that she dives into.
Yeah, like she has like her own set of what's it called, coloring markers and all that. So she does that like at night when she's taking care of my dad. Yeah, she does it because obviously to pass the time, but also to calm her down because my dad has a special needs because he's disabled. So he's taking care of my dad, and to pass the time at night, she colors. But,
nice. Yeah, that's a nice little hobby. Keeps you sharp.
Let's see. What did Christina say? Adult coloring books are rad, good for anxiety too, and I agree because I do. Oh, and Christina also commented exploring haunted places. I think I mean that's a good hobby. I would like to do that. I know people like also do like they go to haunted mine shafts.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's that.
Yeah, and I've seen some trippy
well,
videos.
I've been to the Winchester house.
Oh, you've been to the Winchester house?
Yeah.
How was that?
Oh, that was fun.
Why was it fun?
Oh, just the amount of detail that was put into the house, all to prevent spirits from haunting her.
No, I know about it. Like I know the history of like that house, but like, did somebody give you like a tour?
Oh yeah, it's all toured. You can't just roam about the place. You can't just go touching everything. Taking flash photography and crap like that. You'll destroy the walls.
Yeah, and then you'll never be found again.
Exactly.
Yeah. But it looks like Steve is just having some technical difficulties. I think he just has to click join on the chat. But if we can't bring him back on, that's okay. We still, we have
bring on the dancing boys.
There's like John and Alex.
Oh, snap.
Boys. But okay, let's see. I'm gonna do my top seven horrible hobbies to have.
Oh, lovely. Yeah. That's a good list.
We'll converse about it.
Murder should be on the top of that.
Murder's number one. Let's see. Oh, I fucked up my cue cards.
Oh no, that's it. It's the end of the world. Someone touches nipple.
Okay. Shut up. Okay. Top 7 horrible hobbies to have. Number 7, collecting your nail clippings.
Oh, that one's a bad one.
Yeah.
That one gets really bad real quick.
I saw somebody collecting belly lint, and they have mason jars full of belly lint. And that's disgusting.
I've heard of that before as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't. That's not something. Why would you collect that?
That's one of those things where as soon as you go to their house after like a couple of dates, and you want to get to know them a little more, and then you find out that there's these jars under a sink full of belly button lint.
It's like, what is this?
You know what? Thank you, but no thank you. I don't want to add to your collection. I don't want to be cause for any more or any less. I'm just gonna leave this dog where it's lying.
What's a strange hobby that you heard of?
A strange hobby? I've heard of keeping all your paperwork for everything.
Yeah, like a hoarder, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hoarder's not fun.
That's always great.
You know, Tommy gave me some good advice. He said, if you haven't thought about it or touched it for 5 years, just throw it away because it's just taking up space.
Yep, that's a very good one.
Pretty good advice. So there you go. You learn something every day.
You try to.
Yeah, especially on this show. Please like and subscribe. Okay, number 6, extreme ironing. People iron their clothes in like mountains or like in the middle of a lake, and that's a thing. That's a community. They take pictures. They're rock climbing, and then they iron their clothes as they're rock climbing. That's something I have. Yeah, that's fucking strange, huh? They carry like an ironing board with them, and like
I would imagine you can't just like no.
Yeah, and they take photos of themselves like in the middle of the forest ironing. To each their own, right? Hey, there you are, man.
Woo.
Hey, you came
Welcome back, my good sir.
I'm back. Well, I don't know what happened, but I don't know. I just
it was a ghost.
I was backstage and now I'm back. Yeah, that was weird. I don't know. I was trying to click the things and.
Well, right now we're doing the top 7. So I don't know if you heard the last one.
Yeah, I was able to watch you guys the entire time, and then I was trying to see if you guys could hear me. So that's why I started playing music, and I was like, but then I was nothing. So I don't know what happened. I was able to see myself in the.
Hey,
I was
it's all technical stuff. It's fine, dude. It's you're back on
technology.
Yeah, we're good. We're good, dude. But but the last one I had was collecting your nail clippings, and we said that I saw a guy that he also collected his belly lint, and he put it in like in 2 mason jars because he's been doing it forever.
Nail clippings,
nail clippings, and belly button lint.
Belly button lints.
Yeah,
that's treasure. Was he saving what? He's gonna catch that in.
It's disgusting. Like I saw a picture of it, and it's just gross. It just looks like cotton, you know.
Maybe like a museum. There should be a museum.
No, a museum of oddities for sure. And then we just left off on extreme ironing, which people they rock climb and they iron as they rock climb, or they go to the lake and iron their clothes and they take pictures, and that's a thing.
I actually just thought of one.
What?
Used panties.
Used panties. There's somebody out there that collects that for sure because there are a lot of pervs.
Oh yeah. There's quite a few.
Yeah,
I may or may not know some of them.
They're all like, "This is from Tuesday. This is from Wednesday. This is Thursday." Yeah, this was my favorite. But anyways,
the ever coveted one.
Steve, do you know any odd hobbies?
Oh man, see, I know it. I thought it'd be weird if there was one, but I can't. On top of anything.
It's okay, Steve. You're amongst friends. It's okay to share.
I must say that. No. Yeah, those are pretty weird ones. You said you were leaving the top 10 right now? Or
I'm doing the top 10.
No, it's the top 7.
I'm sorry. I'm on David Letterman mode in my head.
I know. Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah, top 7. I don't want to get sued.
Top 7. Yeah. No. I'm trying to think if I met anyone with some weird hobbies. I'm not really counting anything I see on TV, but
here's a weird one for you for the next one. Number 5, mooing, cow mooing. People do this in the rural countries, farmers. They have competitions who does like the best mooing. Oh. And they wear the costumes and they get into it, and it's like a whole thing. It's like a festival. They moo.
They moo.
They moo like moo.
The judge of this competition, who's the one who said
usually by white people.
And see, whenever you really think that you are strange in this world, just go ahead and look up some of the craziest hobbies out there. It'll make yourself feel a lot better.
Yeah, mooing.
That's judge for a mooing contest. I want to know how to get that job. That's who I want. That's what I want. How do I become the guy that says I've heard a lot of moos in my day? It's like,
but that one takes the cheesecake.
Yeah, I guess you could say they're raising the stakes. Huh? See? Pun. I love those puns, dude.
But
yep, I'm here all night. Okay.
Oh, don't forget to tip your waitresses. Right.
Number 4, collecting in-flight sick bags.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because what's sanitary? I mean, I was like, used or just
I hope they're not used.
I hope they're not used.
But knowing people, who knows, you know?
Just take them from...
There are those weirdos out there. I'm not going to hold it against them. I'm sorry for the label.
I mean, I guess I could see that. I mean,
why though? But why?
I don't know. They probably have it like in a book. You know what I mean? They're like scrapbook.
This one I got from an Atlanta airline when I was on my way to Bangladesh.
Yeah.
Almost used it.
But yeah, that's one of the odd hobbies. And now number 3, this one's strange. It's called toy voyaging. Toy voyaging. So I have to explain it because I didn't know what this was. Let's see. Toy voyaging is a hobby where you can send your toy off on vacation somewhere around the world. You can even host another hobbyist toy on vacation too. People take photos of their toys, seeing sights, and taking part in activities, as well as filling out travel journals. All you need is a toy and to get connected on the Toy Voyagers platform as the most accessible way to start this hobby.
And it's a toy around like different. Yeah, travel. I've always wanted to do that to tell you, to be honest, because it just looks like the most hilarious thing. You know, you got a toy.
Yeah,
traveling.
It's humorous.
Yeah, okay, so you pick your favorite toy to go on a dream vacation.
Yeah.
I can get behind this.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I mean, you could just put it in your pocket and you just take it out and you just take a picture and there you go. I mean, that's not too odd, I guess. I don't know.
Another hobby actually just hit me right now that I actually do have. It's kind of like on the borderline of an obsession.
Yeah.
I happen to play a lot of crane machine games, and I've made a hobby out of it that I play whenever I find one. Just
you
to
mean
see
like
what I can get.
The toy machine? Like, okay. Are you pretty successful?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. I'm not horrible, but I'm pretty good. I can spot a good one to pick if I find one that's in a good position. I can probably get it in about $3, depending.
I got you, man. You know, my cousin's really good with that too. Like when he plays, he always gets something. Like, yeah, like I have some successes, but very few. Have you ever are you pretty good in those games, Steve? Like the crawl, like, you know what I mean? The arm that you get the toy and then
the claw. I know I became good at that. You know, I've known a few people who, you know, will play until they get something, no matter how empty their wallet gets. But I've never really made an effort to be good at that. It looks pretty cool. I wish I was, because some of those prizes, I'm like,
You know,
okay, so you guys want in on the secret for the claw machine games?
Sure.
Yeah, that would be
please enlighten us.
Okay. So never look at what you're going to get from the screen that's facing you in the front. Get the side angles.
Yeah.
Because the screen in the front is actually warped, so it's actually changing the perspective of your view.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Okay.
Side glasses aren't. Side glass is just glass. That's why a good claw machine is actually sandwiched between two other things, so you can't see the side.
Yeah, you can always spot like the one that you want to get. You know, it's like that one's loose. I could get that one. You know?
That when you have that, it's all timing, my good sir, because it's not always there.
Yeah.
And the ones that look like they're loose are really packed in there, with just one leg that's really stuffed in there. It's not gonna let go easy.
But since, you know, I just thought about this one. This is a popular hobby. This isn't part of my list, but I just thought about it. A lot of people collect the Funko Pop toys, like this Pinocchio thing.
Oh yeah. There's a huge, fucking Beanie Babies all over again.
Yeah, and I seen people's TikToks where like this guy, he's like as old as us, like he has like a whole room just devoted to like those Funko Pop.
Is he a retailer?
Maybe no, he's not. No, it's like, I don't know what he is.
He's an enthusiast.
He's an enthusiast for sure. And you know what? Like, I was tempted to open this because I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, like, I don't really collect it. I collect, you know, like Pinocchio stuff because I'm into puppets and ventriloquism and all that stuff. So, you know, I mostly collect
it's okay, Christian. I have toys that I have yet to open as well. I have
but I did
some of those little Switch or the Nintendo little Me guys, the little standee guys that you can use for some of the games. I have some of those that I've never even opened just because I like the look of them.
Exactly. I have a whole chest of stuff that I got when I was a kid that I saved and I never even opened. You know, there was when Armageddon, the movie Armageddon first came out, there was a contest where it was like win like $1 million or something. If you open the collector's card and inside of it, it said winner. I never opened mine. Mine had Ben Affleck on it. Ben Affleck in like a spacesuit, and it was still in the wrapper. It's still. I never opened. I still got it. It's in the chest. It could be $1 million winner. I don't know because I never heard somebody winning, but you never do anyway.
You never know, man.
You never know. So I'm like thinking, like, imagine the disappointment to me though if I decide one day to open it and it's like a winner and it's like too late because the contest is over.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm always thinking about that. It's always in the back of my head.
Yeah, just don't always in the back of your mind. You could have been a winner.
Open it on your deathbed.
It's not even worth that much. You look up Ben Affleck Armageddon collector's card contest, whatever. They're not even worth that much for like mint condition unopened. So
give it another 20 years, 25. You'll be fine. It'll gross.
Yeah, once he dies. But yeah, that went dark.
Real quick.
I opened up this one, but because for the reason I didn't open up this Funko Pop Pinocchio because it's like a special edition. So a lot of people advise me not to open it.
It's super fancy. You can make some money off of that if you ever in need.
Yeah, eventually, right? But I did open up the other ones because I like feeling what I buy. You know what I mean? I don't want to put him in the box. You know, I like playing with the toys.
You know, I say that about all the men I get.
Ooh. Art.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I too racy again? Should I tone it down?
I love it. That's why I bring you on, man. I love.
Oh, okay, good.
I love that in you. Let me put it somewhere.
Oh, I love it in me as well.
That's what she said. All right. Okay. Okay. We lost track, but let's go back to the list. Let's go back
hobbies.
To the list. Yeah, the hobby. Okay, we're in number 2. We got it to number 2. Number 2. Baking your own death. Oh, that's a pretty good tie-in because we went to it from a dark place.
How do you make a hobby out of that? Oh, wait, never mind. I just heard it out loud. I'm sorry.
Okay, faking your own death. This is what people do. There are people out there that will spend their time creating strange scenarios where they will fake their own death for comedy reasons and take strange images for themselves and, doing it. So there's a guy on the internet that does this every day. He's always, I've seen some pictures where like he has like what's called a screwdriver in his head and he's like all like, dead, or like he's like in the car, like because somebody ran him
posing
over.
For a photo.
Yeah, he's posing for the photo, and that's the thing. A lot of people do that.
Well, there are a lot of morbid people out there.
Yeah, there are, and I mean, whatever. I guess it's interesting, right?
Huh.
Well, yeah.
Well, right. Yeah, it's number 2. Okay, we made it to number 1. Number 1. Let's see.
Oh, please tell me it's horse racing.
Number 1 most horrible hobby to have is having a day job. Because fuck that shit.
That's not really a hobby. That's more of a keep yourself alive type of thing.
Yeah, I know. I just did that to be a sassy bitch.
Oh, okay. Well, if that's the reasoning, I'll allow it.
Yeah, it sounded better. It sounded better in my head last night. I was like, okay. I'll just burn work.
That's why you should always read what you write down before you come on air.
Yeah. I could have delivered
It's okay, Christian. Just go to the room. Make sure you get a couple of spankings from your boys. You'll be fine. I'll consider that punishment enough.
I'll let them know after the show.
Okay, good.
We'll see how it goes.
Okay.
But let me see. Well, that's it for our show, man. Thank you for coming on, Steve and Art. I really appreciate it. We had a great conversation. And for those who are watching, who stayed with us, thank you for taking a little bit part of your day to watching Casually Christian. And if you guys are on YouTube, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. And we'll be back in 2 weeks. And I also want to thank Emmanuel Alvarado for setting up this live stream for us. If you want to produce your own talk show just like this, your own podcast, please hit up his company at Livestream My Event. He'll hook you up in the same manner as my show. So until next time, I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Stay safe. Get vaccinated. Bye, guys.